Hey guys, hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be a really quick video today where we're just doing the opposite of what we did yesterday. So instead of being given the equation of the circle and graphing it or identifying some information, we are going to write the equation either given the graph or given information. As I expected, you seem to do really well for the most part with yesterday's material, and I hope that is the case again for today. If you feel like you are not really getting this, please make sure you are asking ASAP. I really don't want this carrying over until after break, so we can start brand new with probability and statistics after April break. Really quickly, I just wanted to let you know that tomorrow, Friday, I will not be posting any new material. I haven't been doing that on Fridays, but I am going to be posting like a reflection assignment for you all to be reflecting on your quality of work during distance learning in math and in other courses, and also giving me some feedback and letting me know what you would like to see from me differently, or more of, less of, whatever, for when we come back for break. All right, so as I hope you recall from yesterday, the standard form for the equation of a circle is x minus h squared. Oh, that's too big. Okay. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where hk is the center of the circle and r is the radius. So there's really no way around them being able to give you the center, right? Like, they have to give you the center of the circle, either as information, like from you can see for questions 1 through 10, or in the graph, right? You can just identify the center from the graph. In terms of the radius, it doesn't always have to be that explicit. Sometimes they give you the radius, sometimes the diameter, and then you find the radius. Sometimes the circumference or the area, and then you find the radius. But in any case, you will be able to find the radius. So the most straightforward way to do this is when you're just given the center and the radius. So looking at question 1, it's going to look like this. X minus 5, remember we always want the opposite, plus y minus 3 squared equals 2 squared, so equals 4. So your goal here is just to do the exact opposite as yesterday. So if you were to see this equation by itself, you would be able to say, oh, the center is 5, 3, the radius is 2. All right, let's try one where you are given the diameter instead of the radius. All right, so when you're given the diameter, you first need to just divide it by 2, giving you the radius. So the radius for number 3, that's the one that we're going to do, is 9, right? It's half of 18. So from there, actually, I want to do number 4. So here the diameter is 32, meaning the radius is half of that, 16. So here we have a center of 0, 9, meaning it would be x minus 0 squared, which is just x squared. We talked about that yesterday. Plus y minus 9 squared equals the radius squared. So that is 16 squared, which I don't know on the top of my head. So I am just going to square it. 256, I should have known that. And that is it. All right, hold on one second. I'm trying to decide which questions I want to do next. Let's move on to the ones on the bottom for set 2, because I think questions 5 and 6 are pretty self-explanatory, because you're given the radius is the square root of 47, so the radius squared would just be 47, right? So let's take a look at a couple of these. Let's try number 7, where you are given the center and the circumference. So just like yesterday, the circumference and the area are in terms of pi, so it makes it pretty easy to find the radius. Remember that the circumference is 2 times pi times the radius. So if the circumference is 6 pi, the pi's cancel. So 6 equals 2 times r, meaning r equals 3. So you first need to find the radius, and then you can plug that into your equation. So that's x plus 1 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 3 squared, 9. All right, let's try number 9. We're given the area, 16 pi. Remember, the area of a circle is pi r squared. So we have 16 pi equals pi r squared. So the pi's cancel. So 16 equals r squared, meaning r equals 4. But you didn't really need to do that last step because remember, in the equation you're doing r squared. So that's x plus 8 squared plus y plus 11 squared equals the radius squared, 4 squared, 16. All right. Next, we're going to do one of these where you are given the graph. So what you're going to want to do here is find the center of the circle. So you're going to want to identify either the top and the bottom, so the place where it's like, as you can see, like the top, it clearly hits a point. It's not like kind of here where it's like not quite on the point. Here, or you can do the left and the right, it doesn't matter. And then you're going to count how many spaces that is. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the diameter is 10, right? From the top to the bottom, it's 10 units, meaning the radius is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the top or the bottom, meaning that is the center of the circle. And again, you could have done that from left to right. So what that does for us is 1 tells us the radius. The radius is 5, but it also tells us the center of the circle, and the center of the circle is 3, -2. And from there, you're just writing the equation as if you were given the information because you found the information. So it is x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 5 squared, or 25. And that is it. We're not going to do this next page with the distance and midpoint formula. This is quite literally everything that you need to know about circles in order to be prepared for 11th grade math. Like I said yesterday, Mr. Hone is going to spend some time, if we don't have time to do it together this year, if we don't go back, or if the end of the year just doesn't allow us time, we won't be finishing the rest of circles, but Mr. Hone has agreed to kind of do anything he needs to do with you before a standardized test, or like at any point if you need it, but this is really like the bulk of what you definitely will need for 11th grade math and for MCAS and SAT. So that is it. Please make sure you are finishing this page and spending 20 minutes on the iExcel assignment, and checking in tomorrow for the reflection. But this is the last time that you'll hear my voice until after April break. So I hope you all are safe and healthy and happy. And I know it's not your traditional break, and it sucks, but enjoy the break from school, come back refreshed and ready to go. And I hope that you all are safe and happy and healthy, and even though we're not in school next week, if you just need like a check-in or anything, feel free to let me know, and I'd be happy to to talk to you and make sure that you're doing okay. Because I know for a lot of us, school is kind of, keeping us sane, or definitely for me it is. So a week without any of the responsibility of school is going to be actually more, it's going to be, I think, harder for me than it is to actually do the work. So if that's you, know that you're not alone. And I will talk to you all next week or in 2 weeks. Bye.